00 Kenny Burrough is the crown prince of the air game. Like Billy Johnson, Burrough is a game breaker. One false step and he's gone. There are few receivers better at turning simple slant patterns into 6 points.
Number 00, rookie Ken Burrough, narrowed the Giant margin to 10-7. It was the first New Orleans touchdown of the season. Bill Kilmer and Ken Burrough brought them closer. These two teamed up again for a 55-yard touchdown, but a penalty nullified both the play and the Saints' comeback hopes.
Oiler fans were starting to get the picture about Bum's new bunch.
While Oiler signal caller Dan Pastorini was the scrambling man in search of a receiver. He finally found one in 00 flash Ken Burrough, and the Oilers were close at 23-17.
Pastorini then began picking open the Charger defense, passing to 00 Ken Burrough.
Midway through the second quarter, the on-surging Oilers had pushed the score to 20-10 on this reverse to 00 Ken Burrough. Burrough rejoiced with a highly individualized spike.
Pastorini brought his injured ribs into the game and fired long for Ken Burrough.
Houston, still harboring hopes of catching first-place Pittsburgh in the AFC Central Division, scored twice on Pastorini passes in the fourth quarter. In Cleveland, the Houston Oilers likewise won a game in the final moments, but with a bit more controversy. This contested possession of either player. Thus, when Burrough maintained his share of the catch, the official correctly ruled a completion. Needless to say, it was not a popular decision in Cleveland, and it brought the garbage out of the stands. As the Oilers jumped to a 20-17 advantage.
That one sure shot. Pastorini and Burrough finally clicked for 6 as fans, players, and coach sense the first Oiler home victory.
Or the mere threat of Burrough getting the handoff is enough to make defenses tighten up and blow their coverages. Last week against Seattle, the Oilers combined power running and play-action passing to overwhelm the Seahawks 35-17. In Houston, the identity crisis seems to have been solved.
LYNN Dickey showed a nice touch on the final Houston tally as he lofted a 6-pointer to Ken Burrough. But it was so little so late, Ken didn't even consider a spike.
By no means are the Oilers one-dimensional, for Ken Stabler can still burn a defense on 4th down with a dart to Kenny Burrough. This Pastorini pass to Ken Burrough brought the Oilers close at 17-14. Wild and woolly battle of Texas with a touchdown pass to 00 Ken Burrough. The exciting win gave Houston a lofty 10-3 record and a tie with Pittsburgh for first place in the AFC Central. Pastorini, number 7, was the lowest-rated quarterback in the league. Last season, the long-range threat of Ken 00 Burrough and Pastorini rallied the Oilers to a 27-27 tie that spilled into overtime.
including the clincher from Pastorini to Ken Burrough, as the Oilers quite rudely welcomed the Bucks to the NFL 20-0.
Share of troubles this season, exploded touchdown bombs of 85 and 43 yards to Ken "Double-O" Burrows, who simply outran the Bear coverage both times.
But last week, number 7 Dan Pastorini kept his gallants coming back. His 47-yard bomb to Ken Burrough gave Houston a 13-7 lead. The last play is nice enough to enjoy once again from another angle.
Defensively as well as offensively. Houston's opening play was a spectacular touchdown by Ken Burrough, who had 2 for the day.
And Pastorini unleashed an impressive 49-yard strike to Double-O Ken Burrough to make it 27-14.
But last Sunday, the Houston Oilers were prepared to burst that balloon. A 50-yard touchdown to 0-0 Ken Burrough put the Oilers on the board quickly. After Stabler left the game with an injury, John Reaves continued the passing heroics with a 51-yard bomb to number 00 Ken Burrough. But for the rest of the day, Cincinnati unveiled a gallery of big plays while the Oilers were reduced to statues.
Pastorini continued hot, and his bomb to Ken Burrough rolled the Oilers to a 14-13 halftime lead.
With the versatility that launched Houston into the playoffs. In this game, Burrow's 2 touchdowns were the springboard for the season's most impressive victory.
The Detroit Lions.
Meant plenty of passes and points. But last week, instead of George Blanda to Charlie Hennigan, it was number 7 Dan Pastorini to 00 Ken Burrough, bringing Houston tight-roping back.
Double-O Ken Burrough, whose 9.2 speed marks him for certain stardom.
Pastorini came back to Burrough for a 62-yard spectacular, and Houston was hard in the ball game, needing only one other big play.
Returning simple slant patterns into 6 points. The spider-legged sprinter is every quarterback's dream. Great speed, great hands. And another great season, 51 catches in 1976.
Even the Oakland Raiders couldn't stop the high-stepping Oiler offense.
Last week, veteran quarterback John HADL gave the Steelers a few depressing moments as he led his team to 2 touchdowns, including this 69-yard pass to Ken Burrough.
With veteran John HADL, who last year came off the bench to snap Pittsburgh's 23-quarter scoreless string.
This time with play action on 3rd and 1. Double-O Ken Burrough would have had an easy touchdown, except the entire play was canceled by a penalty.
Ken Stabler tightened the game with a short toss to 00 Ken Burrough that turned into a 70-yard touchdown. Stabler, often criticized for his inability to throw the long ball, didn't have that problem against New York.
They show blitz, and they do blitz. Going deep. It is caught. Burrough with an all-out blitz by New England. Got behind Mike Hayes and Pastorini. He had to pay the price of the blitz. The Oilers have the lead. 71 yards on the play.
It looked like they brought everybody, with the exception of maybe Chuck Fairbanks, into there. Mike Hayes is the man that was coming. Here's Pastorini. You can see that everybody's coming. 48, strong safety, or the free safety, strong safety. Now look here, there's great concentration. Mike Hayes, number 40, had pretty good coverage on Ken Burrough, but the thing is, the ball was underthrown just slightly, and Burrough had his eye on it all of the time.
74 yards in the drive, and watch him tiptoe down the sideline.
He knows where he's at. He knows where he's at. I saw him in the locker room before the game, and I said, "Are you ready?" He said, "You better believe it."
But Double O was the man when Danny wanted to do the job quick-like. All year long, Kenny Burrough kind of put a dent in the idea that you can't throw deep against the zone.
The real damage to the Chiefs was done by the combination of Dan Pastorini and long-striding Ken Burrough, Double O, who combined 7 times for a total of 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was Houston's 6th win in 7 games and earned them a first-place tie with the Steelers and Bengals in the AFC Central. Said Coach Phillips after the game, "Well, I'm as happy as a rat locked in a cheese house."
Mock and the boys cut sacks by half in '75, and at last number 7 could just stand back there and sling it.
Challenged the Vikings' perennial division reign was being shut out in the Astrodome. The Chicago Bears never were in the game as they fell before the long-range scoring strikes of the Houston Oilers, 47-0. Houston, whose attack ranked last in the AFC, complete.
Double O Kenny Burrough is the crown prince of the air game. Like Billy Johnson, Burrough is a game breaker. 1 false step, and he's gone. There are few receivers better at turning simple slant patterns into 6 points.